Today marks day one. Day one of the 365-day race of achieving your goals and making progress, and then looking back in 2025 and just seeing how much progress that you have made. Today marks day one. So happy new year, everybody. I hope you are ready to make the most out of the year, and I hope you're ready to put in the hard work and to lock in, as the young ones say. 2024, I made it my mission to become monetized onto YouTube. And even though I didn't get monetized in 2024, I'm still super close to achieving that goal. I'll put up my progress up on the screen, but I got super close to achieving it. However, what did end up happening was that I ended up getting brands reaching out to me and asking for collaborations and for me to share their products. So I built this trust within these brands who thought I believed that I was capable of spreading awareness for their products. And I only share this to say that even though I had set out an original goal, which was to become monetized, my ultimate goal was to become a full-time content creator. Even though I had the mission and all of my was to become monetized, I still stumbled upon the realities of becoming a full-time content creator, with getting brand deals, with getting free products. So it meant that I was doing something right. And I only share this with you guys as a testament and as a living testimonial that hard work can truly pay off when you put the time and effort into it. So in today's video, I want to break down with you guys, the step-by-step guide on how you are going to achieve your goals this year and what you need to do to achieve them. So I'm going to break down with you guys the way you're going to achieve your goals in 365 days. So hi, I'm Geraldi, and I make videos all about goal setting, productivity, and procrastination. So if that's the type of content you love to consume, then don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Also, click the notification bell so you do know when I do upload, and follow me on all my social media. I'm at Geraldi Silva. Also, this is not my normal speaking voice. I am not extremely sick, but I am sick, and it has affected my vocal cords and my ability to talk normally. So I sound a bit nasally today, so I hope you don't mind in the context of this video, and I hope the content still resonates with you, and I hope you still get value out of what I have to say. So with that being said, let's get on to number one in this video. So number one is have a main goal, an understudy, and a back burner goal. Each goal serves a different purpose. The main goal is the main priority. It is the main theme of the year of 2025. This is the thing that you're going to be giving all of your effort and energy and all of your time to. This is the main thing. Okay, this is what your vision board is all about. This is the thing that you've been craving for all your life, whether it's wanting to lose weight or building a brand or having a business or whatever the case. This is, or buying a home or paying off your debt. This is the one thing that you've just been wanting for such a long time, that this year you're going to make it happen. This is your main goal. The understudy, it refers to the goal that you are going to do when you have extra time. Let's say a few weekends out of the month you have extra time where you're not working on your main goal and you're not going to work or you're not going to school, and you have just extra time lying around, that you can work on that understudy goal. So this is a goal that is not the main priority. It's not the thing that you're constantly making time for it. It's, if time is available to you, this is what you're gonna do. And then the understudy goal. Then there is the back burner goal. And the back burner goal is a goal that you just check in on ever so often. It's not something that's on the forefront of your mind. It is not the top priority. It's just something you kind of just check in on every few days, every few weeks. For example, it'll be like, I want to travel, so you're gonna save $100 every paycheck towards that traveling, towards that travel flight. And then ever so often you're checking on airplane flights, seeing how much it costs to go to that place that you've been wanting to go to. This is your back burner goal. So those are three different goals, and each goal serves a different purpose. So when you're thinking about your New Year's resolution, and when you're thinking about goal setting, you're going to fit each goal into a category. It's going to just be one goal per category. You're not putting multiple goals on each category because it's just going to be too much. So I came up with this concept about the main goal, the understudy, and the back burner goal because I was making the comparison of school. When you choose a career and you choose to go to school, when you choose a career and you choose a school you want to go to, when you choose to go to college, you choose one career that you want to dive into, right? And you learn all the skills needed, and you pass all of your classes needed to be able to graduate and become good at that career. For example, if you go into nursing, in nursing school, you learn all about the diseases and all about the medications. And over a course of time, let's say it's a year, right? A year of taking classes. At the end of that year, you learn so much about the medication and what the side effects are and who you can administer these medications to and who you can't administer these medications to. You learn so much because this schooling is your main priority. You're taking your time to go to the class, to educate yourself, and then coming home and studying off of these courses, and then you take exams based on the knowledge that you are learning. And so by the end of the year, you've acquired all of these skills and all of these information that not just any regular person is going to learn. You learned it because you're doing it on a consistent basis. So when I made that correlation between school and your goals, it's almost the exact same thing, where we want to make a resolution on, I want to lose weight, I want to buy a home, I want to pay off my debt, and I want to build a business. But yet you want to make all of it a priority. However, you don't have the bandwidth to make everything a priority. Because at some point, you're just going to end up losing out on all of it and losing out on any progress you could have ever made. It's like a nurse saying, I want to go to nursing school and I want to go to law school, which we know both of those require so much of your time and energy. And so will your goals. If you want to pay off debt and also build a business on the side, it's just going to take that much more energy. And don't even get me started on the fact that if you have kids and if you have a 9-to-5, it's too much on your plate. So when I came into 2024, I wanted to try just focusing on one thing, because again, I made that correlation between school and goals. And I told myself, if I just focus on one singular goal, one main goal, what will happen by the end of the year? How much progress could I possibly make? And I made so much progress that I'm telling you, without even having 1,000 subscribers, without even being monetized, I'm already getting brand deals. I'm already getting brand collabs. And even in this last company that just reached out to me, they said they were willing to pay for my content that I was going to get And that's the first money I'm ever going to be making online, not without even being monetized. So, with that being said, in 2025, I'm bringing this same analogy and I'm doing it again, where I have my main goal and my main theme. So think of it like choosing a career. What is the one career? And this doesn't mean that forever and always it's just gonna be this one goal. No, obviously times change. Obviously you try things out and you may not like them, and so then you revert to something else. Like, priorities can change and that's totally okay. But when we're starting off and you're somebody who just cannot achieve their goals, try focusing on just one main thing. Stop getting influenced by the fact that there's videos out there and there's people making goals on so many things. On like I said, their vision boards are filled with things that not one person can actually achieve in 1 year. There's so many New Year's resolutions that one person can't possibly achieve in 1 year. You could try, you could prove me wrong, but you're going to get burnt out and you're going to lose out on the progress you could have made if you just focused on one. So you're going to choose your one main goal. Your understudy is the thing that, like I said, if time becomes available for you, there's a difference between the main goal and the understudy. The main goal, you are making time for it. You're sacrificing time in the morning. You're sacrificing time during the day. You're sacrificing time during the night to make time to work on this goal. Your understudy is if time becomes available to you. If magically you have no kids. If you have a day off from work, or you're off on summer break, or you're off on winter break, and you just have more time readily available to you, this is when you can work on that understudy goal. So this goal, we're going to make progress, but it's not as much progress as your main goal, but it's there. Think of it like a minor. For example, like the correlation with school, right? Your major is your main goal. Your minor is your understudy. So you're still taking classes, you're still learning on stuff, but it's not the main thing. So with your understudy, you're still kind of learning on how to accomplish that goal, but it's not it's not the main goal. And then your back burner goal. This goal, like I said, you're just checking up on it every few months. And it, like, you're gonna have one main goal, one understudy, and one back burner goal. And like I said, your back burner goal is just the thing that you don't really think about it on a daily basis. It's not really something that needs to put all your time and effort, energy into. This is just the back burner goal. This is just a thing that we leave in the back of the class. Okay, think of it like a fun little project, a fun little hobby that you'll pick up every so often. Like, it's not at the forefront. It's not the main thing. It's just there for when the time comes for it, you do it, and then you leave it alone. You're done. So number 2, strategize your year. When you go to college, you meet up with a counselor and they map out the next few years of what your life is going to look like, what classes you're going to be taking in order to graduate. And so they lay out this map. You strategize like, okay, this semester I'm taking this classes and this semester I'm taking that classes. And you start organizing what you're going to do in order to achieve the goal of graduating and having that career. When you are strategizing your year to achieve a goal, it's not as linear as that, right? You don't know what classes you need to take. You don't know what skills you need to acquire. You don't know when the end is actually going to happen. You don't know when you're actually going to graduate. You don't know when you're actually going to achieve this goal. You just know where to start. Help you better strategize yourself and make it a little bit more easier to kind of map out how to achieve this goal. I want you to find one person who has everything that you want, who has the goal that you want. So if you're trying to lose weight, Look for one person who has the ideal body that you want to achieve. And I want you to research this person. Look at how they dress. Look at the type of workouts they do. Look at the type of meals that they eat. What are their daily habits that allow them to look the way that they do? Now, mind you, some people have surgeries and vitamins that they take and blah, 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 right? And maybe you don't want to do all that and you want to do that the natural way. That's okay. But nevertheless, you want to research somebody, and keep that in mind. Research somebody who has what you want. And if this person acquired their body through surgery, then maybe think about the fact that that might be something that you might have to do. And if you don't want to do that, then maybe you need to look for somebody else who did it the natural way, who did it through working out and eating clean. So that's why research is so important. So find somebody that you look up to, who has what you want, researched about them, and kind of map out your daily routine and what you need to do every single day to be able to achieve that, to be able to graduate and move on from that goal. This is you building your strategy. You're going to do a compare and contrast map where you're going to write out all of the things that are different from the person that you research, the person that you want to become. Do a compare and contrast map. Compare and contrast your habits versus theirs. And then obviously in the middle, write the things that kind of overlap. Or you're like, you know what, I do that and I do that very well. And so overlap that. So all of the things that you don't do that they do, this is where you're going to begin. You're going to begin by switching over your habits to what they're doing. And then you're going to create one action step. Just one that you are going to do on a weekly or even better on a daily basis. Like I said, if you're trying to lose weight, if this is the year that you're going to be losing weight, going to map out maybe the eating meals. Maybe you're gonna map out your meals every single day for the next year. And this isn't to say to actually like write in a whole year's worth of meal prep, but what I am saying is that you're going to be meal prepping. You're going to be having a meal plan every single day on what you're going to eat and making sure that you're eating on a restriction calorie, because that's what the person that you follow is doing. She eats under restriction, or restriction sounds bad, but it is what it is, right? She eats at a calorie deficit, and your meals are going to reflect on the calorie deficit you need to lose the amount of weight, a healthy amount of weight every single month that's going to get you to where you want to be able to lose all of the weight that you want. So that is your action plan. That is your daily action plan, is making a meal plan and making sure you follow that meal plan throughout the day. Or if you're working on a weekly basis, whereas I'm going to go to the gym 3 to 4 times a week because that's what the girl that I researched does. And I'm going to make a workout plan similar to hers that is going to get me the results that are similar to hers. And this is what you're going to do on a weekly basis. So being consistent with your strategy is going to take you much farther, okay? So that is how you create a strategy. You make a strategy based on the person that you want to become and emulating this similar lifestyle, adapting to the similar lifestyle, this person that you truly want to become, and implementing it in your life. We can learn a lot from the people who are already there. We can learn a lot from the people who have what we want by just simply observing what is working for somebody else and seeing how we can adapt it for us and see if it works for our case. Before we get to the last section of this video, I want to ask you one question. Are you tired of putting things off? Are you struggling so hard this past year because you kept delaying your goals and another year went by and you did absolutely nothing. You haven't achieved anything. You're just stuck in this endless loop of making the goal, just getting started and then falling off, or just even delaying getting started, then I have some help for you. I created my ebook called The 7-Day to Stop Procrastinating and Build Discipline. I created this with a person in mind who is struggling to get off their bed, who is struggling to make action, who is struggling from making consistency. I have strategies on there called the watered down version, where you take your big goal, your 10-year goal, and you break it down into a watered down version that in 3 months you can accomplish. And I take you from being somebody who is consistently sorry about them, who's consistently in this victim mentality, to somebody who at the end of the day can control their emotions and can control their day and still get shit done. This is the person that I made this for. Somebody who just can't get shit done. Take them through these strategies of the watered down version. And I take you through these strategies that allow you to gain perspective, to gain patience, to gain this self-esteem, to gain this confidence to achieve their goals. So if you are wanting to start off your day one in 2025, then please go check out my workbook over my website, geraldisilva.com, and just take a look at the testimonials. Take a look at the chapters of this book and see if it resonates for you, and see if this is something that can help you live a better life in 2025. And while you're over there, please go ahead and sign up for my newsletter list, where I send you free content every single Thursday. I am sharing with you guys free tips, productivity tips, ways that you can be more efficient, ways that you can generate success, ways that you can achieve more in 2025. I give you these free stuff, and only a few of you guys have signed up. So if you want to learn more, if you actually are committed to having a better life in 2025, then sign up for the newsletter list. It's free for anybody to join over on my website as well. And then not only that, but you do get a free PDF file on 8 different ways to overcome procrastination, and that is just free for you as a thank you for signing up for the newsletter. Let's get to the last section of this video. Number 3 on day 1 of achieving your goals. Now you know, keep going. The point of a strategy is to create an action plan that you're going to implement on a daily basis. And if you're going to do this on a daily basis, then I hate to tell you this, consistency is boring. Consistency is really extremely boring. But this is where discipline comes to play. Because we tend to mistake the fact that goals are fun. They're fun to make. They're fun to daydream about. They are fun to visualize and think about the type of car that you could drive and the type of home that you could own and having all this financial freedom. It is so much fun to daydream and visualize all these pretty things, but it's so hard to implement on a daily basis. It's so hard to be consistent. If you want the body of your dreams, it's so fun to think about the fact that you'll be going to the beach and wearing that bikini and looking so confident, but it is so hard to wake up at 5 a.m. every single day to go to the gym. Consistency is boring. Think about when you watch a scary movie, right? The first time that you watch it, you get the jump scares, right? The anticipation of what happens next. But what do you think would happen if you watched a scary movie 10 times? Do you think it'll have the same effect as if you had watched it the first time? Probably not, because at that point, you've watched it 10 times, so you can anticipate already when the jump scares are going to happen. You start looking at all the little details and start catching up on things and being like, wait, this is obviously a film. Like, I could see the mic there. They forgot to edit that out. And wait, that Starbucks cup is randomly there. They must have forgotten that. Like, the anticipation and the fun of a scary movie kind of dies out because you've watched it so many times. And that's the same thing as going after a goal. At first, the anticipation of, I can't wait to fit into these jeans, and the fun of buying your new workout outfits and going to the gym and looking all cute and stuff. But by the 10th time you've already gone to the gym, it is so freaking boring of doing the same exact routine. But I hate to break it to you, also, that consistency, that boring shit is what drives the results. When you do the same thing over and over and over again, you get the same result over and over and over again. And if you're doing all these like micro little movements at a whole, you will see that you made so much progress. You've lost so much weight. And then you're like, oh my God, before I know it, I've lost 5 pounds and I look slimmer and I feel better and I have more energy throughout the day. But to get there, it takes a lot of that boring time. And it's like a plank, right? A minute feels like an hour. And that is what it's like when you are consistent. At first, time is going to run by so quick that you're not even going to notice the hour go by. But when you get into the rhythm of things, the minute feels like an hour because you're like, oh, this is taking forever. It gets boring. It's not fun anymore. It's not thrilling anymore. The more you're inclined to want to kind of switch things up and try new things, or maybe it's time for you to get a new goal because it's gotten boring. Before you make that mistake, before you think to yourself, this has gotten boring, maybe I should switch things up. If it's working, why switch it around? If it's generating results, why are you going to switch things up? The only time you are going to change your strategy is if it's not working, is if you've been working on it for a couple of weeks and you haven't seen any type of result. That is when you switch up your strategy. If your strategy works and is working and it's just boring to you, why switch it up? There's no reason to switch it up. In fact, this is when you should be even more laser focused on being consistent every single day because it is working. And the more that you do it, the more that you put more energy into it, the more that you give more time to it, the more that you get into it, this is when you should be making the most progress. And this is where people just get kind of caught up because, first of all, they're so used to just laying in bed, doom scrolling for hours, and it's never ending entertainment. There's always something new to laugh about. There's always something new to watch. There's always a new trend. It's always new online. And so it just gives you all of that dopamine hit. And when you're going after your goal and you're trying to finally achieve you finally getting that body of your dreams, or you finally paying all of that debt, it gets boring after a while because you've been doing the same thing and it's not that same dopamine hit. But if it's working, don't change it. Put your energy more into it. Put more prioritization. Put more energy. Put more time into keep going. Don't switch up the strategy. Don't get caught up with wanting to make it brand new and fresh for yourself again. Because it's not going to get fresh and it's not going to get you, and you're just going to lose out on all the progress that you've made. Switch things up when you're not making progress. Don't switch up on things beforehand. When it's working, keep going and keep doing it. That is all for you guys today. I really hope this helps you with day one. I really hope this helps you get your mindset ready for the next 365 days of your life. And please check back up to this YouTube channel, and please consider subscribing, because like I said, this is an ongoing process. And if you just need that consistent motivation, if you need that consistent pep talk, you need that consistent mindset shift, then this channel is for you. Consider subscribing. Don't forget to hit like if you like this video, and Happy New Year's to everybody. And don't forget to check out the ebook over on my website, drawlisilva.com, and don't forget to subscribe to the newsletter, where it is free content every single Thursday. So if you're wanting to stay in it and stay locked in for 2025, join the newsletter, open it up, read it every single Thursday, and just help yourself achieve this year. Because I'm hoping that by the end of this year, and when we come back again to reevaluate for 2026, that we have made so much progress and we are bigger and better than before. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye. Mwah.